Today we're making an illuminated moon for Halloween. We'll use an acrylic sheet, insulation foam board, and LEDs. Let's rock. I wanted to create an illuminated moon with the ability to change color themes. It was going to be part of a large garage-sized Halloween display, but also function independently as a standalone piece. Essentially, a shallow recess for the moon would be routed into the back surface of insulation foam board to accept an acrylic sheet painted with moon graphics. Self-adhesive LED light strips would line the inside edge of the routed circumference, and a hardboard panel with a shiny white surface would cover the entire opening. I laid out the 4x8 insulation foam board and acrylic moon design at 100% scale in Adobe Illustrator, and planned the dimensions of visible area, routing area, and acrylic sheet. Now that the display was mapped out, I assembled a gym mat that works well as a portable cutting surface and trimmed the foam board to size. Then I drew outlines for the hole and routing. You can use a simple method like this small scale example of finding the sheet center by drawing lines from corner to corner and spinning a pencil on a paint stir stick with the holes drilled at both measurements. If you have a printed template, it can be traced with a utility knife and cleaned up with a fine serrated food knife. I usually cut from the front for the cleanest edge and then route on the back, so I flipped it over and reused the outside portion of the template to describe the area for routing. I set the rotary tool's routing blade to cut 3/4 inches down and left about 1/4 inch of foam board for the acrylic moon to sit on. Once it was routed, I deburred and smoothed the edges with a fine sanding sponge, then vacuumed both sides before applying 2 coats of generic exterior satin black paint. Now that the foam board is ready, I tested a few small-scale methods of creating the acrylic moon art. First, I printed it and taped it under the acrylic sheet, then tried scuffing the top with sandpaper, but it didn't work. So next I tried using a rotary tool with an engraving bit, and then sprayed it with obscuring spray, which seemed pretty promising, but it still didn't have the semi-opaque white quality for the art that I was looking for. I decided to test a few ratios of clear glue mixed with acrylic craft paint to see which one had the opacest white, while also providing some transparency through the paint when lit. The mix that I found worked best was about 3 to 4 parts glue to 1 part paint. Once the paint was dry and the acrylic moon was sprayed on both sides with 2 coats of obscuring spray, I glued the acrylic moon into the routed recess on the back of the foam board. Next, I attached the LED light strips around the back edge of the routed area and notched a place for the power cable to run to the bottom. Tested the lights that were supposed to shine through the moon, creating a soft, evenly distributed glowing effect, but noticed the distance that I routed back from the opening wasn't far enough and the LED bulbs were visible. To diffuse the LED lights, I used hot glue and polyfill around the edges. This helped soften the harsh light and gave the moon a more ethereal glow. Last, I duct taped the hardboard shiny side down and plugged it in. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to catch more cool ideas, please subscribe. For all plans and behind the scenes content, or to support this channel, take a look at my Patreon and website.